fights that are brewing. One of them that I'm really excited about, that is not official. There's nothing, that we're just talking, but it's a fight that I really, really want because the fans are asking for it, and that's the Danny Garcia fight with Peterson. I would love that fight to be here. That's one fight that deserves to be here. So there's options. It's exciting because, you know, Atlantic City, Kathy Duva opened up the door, so I have to thank her. We did over $1 million gate tonight, which was incredible. I mean, Atlantic City, you know, it's, hey, you know, people are talking about how it's down, but it's not out. And whatever we can do to contribute to keep the spirit up of Atlantic City and the history that Atlantic City has had with boxing, you know, just keep that alive. So it's our job as promoters to keep bringing those types of big events here. So I'm excited about that fight there with Danny and Peterson. So we'll see what happens in the near future.
When do you think
with the success of the partnership with Main Events in this bout, are there other bouts you're looking to do with Main Events as well?
Well, we haven't really discussed anything, but look, like I said, we are open to working with anybody. As long as we can make great fights, that's all that matters to me. You know, Golden Boy Promotions, and I'm sure all the other promoters and Main Events, and you know, we're all about not building walls but building bridges. You know, and that's what boxing needs at this moment. And so with me on the helm at Golden Boy, you know, I'm gonna make fights as a fighter. You know, thinking as a promoter, but also as a fighter, which obviously will inject some excitement to back to boxing.
As a fighter, just talk about what you were feeling if you were watching Bernard in that final minute, choose to engage with Kovalev. As
a fighter, you know, I was waiting for that one moment. I was waiting for that one moment, for that one punch that he can land. You know, I mean, I did see Bernard Hopkins have difficulties, but I still felt that he was in control, that something wanted to make me believe that he was in control. You know, I mean, maybe it's because he's my partner at Golden Boy, maybe it's because, you know, I've built just a great relationship with him, so, or maybe it's just because he's 49 years old and I'm giving him all the benefit of the doubt that he's gonna land that perfect punch and shock the whole world. I was playing it in my head. You know, it's like, I don't know why, but I kept on hearing like a Howard Cosell in my head, that voice, like, you know, shocking the world. Bernard Hopkins, one punch. But hey, he faced a crusher. He faced a guy that is no joke. But look, that's Bernard Hopkins. I mean, he'll tell you for himself. I mean, facing the very best, the toughest, at 49 years old. I mean, it's like win or lose, draw. I mean, he's a radio winner in my book.
Were you surprised at all by Sergey's technical skills, his head movement, his patience?
I was actually surprised, yes. I was actually surprised because he would engage and he would throw his thunderous punches, and then he would take a step back. He wasn't waiting that extra second to get hit. He was taking a step back, and that really presented, I mean, that caused Hopkins to think twice of throwing his punches. So, he did a great job. I mean, there's nothing you can say but good things about Kovalev. He did a tremendous job.
Why were you so confident that Sadam was ready for this step up? His dad said that this was 20 steps up.
I mean, it could have been, you know, kind of disastrous if he had gotten knocked out. Why were you so confident?
Well, because of his amateur experience. And I saw something in him in his last fight where actually he didn't really look too good. Not like tonight. But I saw something that that made me feel that he's ready for those the next step, you know. I think one thing about Sadam is that the tougher the challenge that's in front of him, the better he's gonna do. You know, and this was the perfect fight for him because it just now he's free. Now he knows in his head, now he knows in his heart that he belongs there with the best. I mean, this was the perfect fight for him. It was a dangerous fight, but it was a perfect fight.
What are your thoughts on the last round, the very last round? What was your thought when he took out his tongue at Sergey? And Sergey just went off on him.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on that?
My thoughts were still, you know, Hopkins he's gonna land that perfect punch. He's gonna make him fall into the trap. I was thinking that to the last second, he's gonna make him fall into the trap. But look, Sergey's just he's a good fighter. He's a really good solid fighter. Who? I'm sorry. Peterson?
Yeah, Peterson won't fight his #1 guy. He just won an elimination match. The man's 47-0. Nobody knows who he is in the Argentina. The other Argentine rounders, he knocked him out. I think they ought to strip Peterson and let the two Argentines wait it out. And Garcia owes Herrera a rematch.
Sir, I agree with you 100%. Believe me, I agree with you 100%. I mean, it's that same frustration that you're feeling, I'm feeling it too. Wow. Believe me. Okay, he'll be here shortly. Bernard Hopkins, he's just doing his exams just to make sure everything's okay. So.
Hey Oscar, do you think he took too much punishment in the 12th round?
He took some heavy shots. Yes, he did. You know, Bernard Hopkins is the type of fighter that will slip a few here and there, and you'll never catch Hopkins solid with a punch. He took a few solid punches, but he seemed okay. He seemed okay. I mean, we looked at each other inside the ring, and you know, he took a deep breath. Like, I mean, this guy was a tough guy. You know. But he'll be okay.
Oscar, what did you think in that first round when Kovalev scored the knockdown on Hopkins?
I felt it was a punch, yes, but kind of like one of those flash knockdowns, you know, that I don't think he was hurt. I don't think he was hurt. It was a good punch. He landed the punch. He obviously deserved the knockdown, but I don't think it was one of those punches that was gonna kind of shake up Bernard Hopkins and wobble his legs.
And so what do you think it was that Hopkins was not able to do?
Oscar,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, thank you, Kevin. What do you think it was that Bernard was not able to do to Kovalev so that he was never really able to turn the tide the way he has in the past?
He was, I believe, this is my humble opinion, I just believe that Kovalev was just, you know, using his distance, you know, and timing Hopkins instead of just coming in and using his power and you know, and he was timing him. He knew when to get out, just on time, so Hopkins won't come back with his counter punches.
Oscar, do you feel Kovalev was a better fighter after the fight than anybody was going into the fight?
Yes, I give a lot of credit to Kovalev. I mean, to beat somebody like Hopkins, and I don't care how old he is. It doesn't matter how old he is. To beat somebody like Hopkins, I mean, Kovalev did a tremendous job. He executed his game plan perfectly, and that's not easy to do against a legend like Bernard Hopkins.
To follow that up, you knew that he had punching power. Did you know he had that kind of athletic ability and maybe the boxing ability?
I really didn't know he had it because I've never seen it quite like this against a slick boxer like Bernard Hopkins. So he, you know, I mean, obviously what what it does to you as a fighter, facing a Hopkins, a legend, it takes you up to a whole new level. So I'm sure Kovalev is gonna become a complete fighter now because of this experience. So I mean, look, Kovalev is a tremendous fighter, and so I mean, Kathy at Main Events has a great fighter on her hands, and who's gonna do big things. So you know, congratulations. I honestly think that Bernard Hopkins can go down in weight and challenge, let's say, for instance, a Julio Cesar Chavez, or he can challenge a fighter like Triple G. You know, he can come up 100 to 170 pounds or 168. You know, fighters like that. Why not? You know, I don't know what he'll do, but one thing for sure I know is that he's not going to retire.
Oscar, I have a question for Kathy.
Yes, please.